The Epiphany of the Lord, 4th of January 2026. The liturgical feast of the Epiphany, from the Greek word Epipháneia, means manifestation or appearance, from the word phaínō, to manifest, appear, be evident. In Christianity as a whole, this feast takes on various dimensions such as the birth of Jesus, his manifestation to the world, the baptism of Jesus, the beginning of his ministry. In a general sense, the Feast of the Epiphany highlights the diversity of the world's cultures and peoples, all of whom are called to bear witness to the universal nature of the salvation brought by Christ, whose birth we celebrate. The Catholic liturgy anticipates the celebration of January 6 to this Sunday, the fourth as the feast of the manifestation of God to humanity. In the person of Jesus, at first glance, the story of the Magi from the east based on today's reading from the Gospel of Matthew could be understood as the manifestation of the God to the nations. The three wise men, representing the nations who came from the east to worship the God who became incarnate among the people of Israel and revealed himself to the world. In the early centuries, Christian tradition did not recognize a specific day for the birth of Jesus. Several different dates appear, but there is no single tradition, and gradually in conflict between pagans who embraced faith in Jesus and pagans who did not follow Jesus, a date was adopted to differentiate between the gods celebrated among non-Christian pagans. We have an example. January 6 is the date chosen by the church father Epiphanius of the Salamis, year 310 to 403. In his Panarion as the date of Jesus' birth in order to refute the competing the date proposed by the Gnostic of the Dialogue and Guy Foster, Time in Roman Religion, 1000 Years of Religion History, Routledge, 2012. Other information when read carefully of John Chrysostom's Christmas sermon from 388 proves that December 25th had been celebrated in Antioch for some years. It has not been 10 years in fact since this day has been manifest and known to us. I know well that even now many are still discussing it among themselves. Some attack and others defend it. This means that the time surrounding the birth manifestation of Jesus was celebrated but not necessarily as a specific day. But regardless of the dates and meanings that have been fixed over time throughout the history of the Church, what should interest us first the meaning that the gospel from within Judaism intended to convey, recounting the birth of Jesus as God incarnate and as the Messiah awaited by the Jewish people. The first reading, Isaiah chapter 6 verse 1 to 6 and Psalm 71, form the prophetic basis that nourishes the messianic hope of the Jewish people with universal consequences of God's intervention in the history of humanity. Nation will walk toward your light, and king toward the brightness of your dawn. Lift up your eyes all around, and look, all they are gathering, they are coming to you. The treasures from beyond the seas will flow to you. To you will come the riches of the nations. They will announce the exploits of the Lord. Isaiah 60. In those days justice will flourish and peace will abound until the moon is no more. The king of Tarshish and of his isles will bring gifts. All kings will bow down before him. All nations will serve him. Psalm 71. In light of the experience of Jesus' resurrection, followed by the testimony given by Jesus' followers, the good news penetrated the Gentiles, and the God who revealed himself to Israel became a new and concrete reality among the nations. The prophecy and hope lived with the Jewish people are realized in history. In the eyes of the Jewish followers of Jesus, peoples are converted to the God of Israel through Jesus Christ, God incarnate Emmanuel. Therefore, the feast of the Epiphany within the feast of the Magi representing the nations, where is the newborn King of the Jews, is a concrete and theological expression of the fulfillment of Israel's vocation, which God established as the light of the nations. Isaiah 49, chapter 6. For reflection and discussion,